So students, we were on the functions of the central bank. We'll start with this now. Okay. We were talking of the first function. The RBI, or the central bank of any country, is always the authority of the currency issue, or it is known as the bank of issue. Thus, central banks have been given all these authorities, all these responsibilities to maintain the uniformity in the issue of currency mainly, and to control over the money supply into the economy. Now we'll see what are the advantages of this sole authority. Why they are given all these of this sole authority. Number one, uniformity. It leads to the uniformity in currency circulation. In currency circulation. And second, to influence money supply. To influence money supply. Why to influence money supply? Because for money held by public, money held by public is the part of money supply. The part of money supply. This is the second point. Sorry, I forgot to mention second. Okay. Third point. To enable the government to enable the government to supervise and control in the matter of issue of currency. Issue of currency. Next, if the apex institution of the country is regulating, controlling, directing the monetary system in the country, okay, these are regulated from the one hand only. What happens? It ensures the public faith. Ensures public faith. Ensures public faith. Also, last, what are the advantages? Because of regulating from the one hand, it always helps. Always helps to stabilize. To stabilize internal and external value of currency. Value of currency. External values means if the currencies either appreciate or depreciate. We'll discuss all these in the forex rate. Okay, right now I'm leaving it here only. So it always helps to stabilize internal and external value of currency. Internal values to control, to manage the inflation, inflationary measures to take. I hope that things are clear. Now I'm going to clear all this. Now we come on the second function, banker to the government. So now how can we say that the central banks are the banker to the government? Or these, it is known as the government's bank. How can we say all these? I'll just scroll this. The central banks acts as a banker to the government, both central government as well as the state government. For both the governments, it works as a banker to the government. Banker to the government means the central bank gives us same banking facilities to the government which commercial banks give to the general public. The central bank provides a large number of routine banking functions to as the banker to the government. Now we'll go through all these functions. How does the central bank functions as a banker to the government? Number one, it always maintains the number one, maintains current account, maintains the current account for keeping governments for keeping governments cash balances. Cash balances. Second function as a banker to the government, it carries out exchange. It carries out exchange, remittances, remittances we have already discussed in the previous chapter. Remittances and other banking operations. Other banking operations for the government. Okay. How does the central bank perform all these functions? I'm just writing it in the bracket. It accepts the receipts, accepts the receipts and makes the payments, obviously, and makes the payments for the government. If government has to make any payment or government has to receive any fund from outside of India, okay, all these works are performed by the Central Bank of India only. No commercial bank can perform this function for the government. Okay. Next we come if government. Secondly, if government has to provide the funds to the state governments, even though the central bank will manage all these transactions for the government of India. So we can say it borrows. It borrows first we'll see it gives loans. Okay. Gives loans. Central bank never gives the loan directly to the public. Commercial banks are created for this purpose. It gives loans to the government, to the governments for temporary periods, whatsoever the provisions may be there for temporary periods. Next, number 4. Government also borrows money. Government also borrows money by selling treasury bills, by selling treasury bills to the central bank. If government has to borrow, okay, so government also can borrow money from the RBI or from the central bank, and for this purpose government sometimes sells the treasury bills to the central bank, and all these will discuss in the credit control policies of the central bank. In that we'll discuss all these in detail. Selling treasury bills to the central bank. Next function comes bankers bank and the supervisor. Okay. By now we have covered the 2 functions. Number 1, authority of currency issue, or we can call it the bank of issues, most important function. Second, banker to the government or the government's bank. Under this function, all these functions are covered, which we have mentioned here. Okay. Note down all these points, please.